Hello and welcome to Audio Head's uh, franchise portion of Geeks Assembled. I'm here with Lee, and we are here discussing Ice and Fire, Fire and Ice. No, sorry,
Silver and Ice.
Ice and Silver, Silver and Ice.
That's it.
Let me reiterate this. It's the Seventh Doctor Big Finish audio called Silver and Ice. And it's got Mel and Sylvester McCoy in it, and it is set just shortly after they started traveling together, because he's still trying to work out whether or not he's that curly haired guy or he's who he is now. And the hat is commented upon being a new thing. And so yeah, I'm just really interested what Lee has to say about this. And there are two parts to it. The first part is Bad Day in Tinseltown, and the second part is
Yes, two stories, isn't it? Two
yeah.
separate stories,
Yeah, go ahead and give your opening thoughts then.
Well, you said the first adventure is a two-parter, as you said, Bad Day in Tinseltown, and the second adventure is a four-parter, the Ribos Inheritance. And we all know
Fourth
Ribos.
Doctor.
Yeah, we've visited by the fourth and Romana back in the Keats Time season on TV. But Bad Day in Tinseltown, written by Dan Starkey.
Yep.
Who we all know as a small little Sometarian. Yeah. Yeah, it's
Maybe he's writing and directing and doing some all sorts of stuff, isn't he?
Yeah. This has got, I think they've written it like it's got a feel of the old West, the old mining, back then. It's the town they go to is nicknamed Tinseltown because of the byproduct of what they find in the mines.
Yeah.
And of course, spoilers, the tinsel, as they call it, is reacts, and it's cybernetic technology. So that's a bit of a giveaway.
Are you saying it's part of the Borg?
No, not the Borg. That's a different franchise.
Oh, okay. So go on.
So yeah, it's the battle between these people what have got the tinsel on them or whatever, controlling them, making them become like us. It's a Cyberman story, of course.
You could see that from the cover.
Yeah, it's a bit. Yeah, so there's no spoilers, is there?
It's a little dead giveaway, eh?
A little bit of a giveaway, yeah. But it's quite it's a bit of a comedic one as well. This because you've got the mayor who thinks the future of the town or whatever is in entertainment.
For sure.
So it's just entertainment all the time. What can you do and all of that? But you say you've got Bonnie Langford as Mel, Sylvester McCoy as the Seventh Doctor. Who else is in this? Dan Starkey, of course, as Mungo.
Mm-hmm.
He writes it and he's acted in it, of course. Nicholas Briggs as the
Cyberman.
Big Gerald, all like that. So yeah, I just like the feel of this one. For me, though, this one is not as strong as the second story. The second story is a lot stronger for me. I think it's because it's only a two-parter. It goes a bit too quick.
Yeah.
It could have been developed more, maybe into a three-parter. I don't know, but I always feel that about two-parters. Yeah. And then you've got the Ribos Inheritance, where it comes back to Ribos, supposedly in sun time, where it's supposed to be summer, and it is sun time, but ice time has overlapped it.
Yeah, it's still cold.
The season is out of sync,
Yep.
and that's all to do with a lock and a key,
Yeah,
which is which not. And you've got a returning character, Garon, who was in the Rebus operation as
yeah,
the con man, played by a different actor this time because the original actor has passed away since then. But
yep.
it does a good homage to Ian Cuthbertson. Does David Rintoul as Garon? So it's yeah, it's sort of got a Game of Thronesy feel, Game of Thrones feel. This one,
Yeah,
you've got a king. What's nobody knows where he's from. The
right.
way he speaks, he's like a Londoner. You've got the Seeker, who was in the Rebus operation. You've got Sandar, the sort of a female warrior,
Yeah,
and it's a good four-parter of toing and froing. It's a bit political,
it is exceedingly political.
so enjoyable as well. As I said, this one feels more fleshed out,
Yeah,
and we get to not to see, but we get fully grown Shrivenzals in this.
yeah,
The Doctor comments, "Oh, they do grow bigger when they're not in in confined spaces." So
yeah.
what we got in the Rebus operation was only a baby one sort of thing.
Little guy. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, the Shrivenzal, as if we would never see the Shrivenzal again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, two enjoyable stories. But for me, the second story was more fleshed out, more coherent for me.
Um, did you what were the two they referenced two things strongly from the Rebus operation. The
Did they? I think the only references I remember him saying about was the Jethric,
yeah, the Jethric, and that was one.
and also he sort of mentioned Romana.
Yeah,
I can't think of if there was
there
any
was
more.
one other, and it's all right. I may be able to think of it by the time we go around, but yeah. Are you
Yeah, no,
passing back to me? Okay, good. Okay.
no,
Let's see. I liked the feel of the cold. I liked how they were talking like this was something that they hadn't figured out. And they were like working with the doctor trying to sort out the key situation, and that was great. And Mel was um they uh they talked about the doctor being a curly haired sort of ruffian, a bigger, rougher guy, and so that was great in the second part. And then like the other thing that they were that they were doing was talking about like the integrity and the whether or not somebody would take something. I mean, there really was a story about the honesty and integrity of the leadership of Rebus. And so Oh, that was good. That I like a lot of politics in my science fiction. Thank you. So I really love Foundation and I really love Dune and stuff. There's a little politics in there that makes it really intense, and that's quite nice to me. The other thing that I enjoyed about this one was the way that the doctor kind of let Mel do most of the negotiating. She was negotiating with the king and stuff, and the king actually, it was that his ship was buried in, and the computer was acting as God, and so I mean, like, I guess you could say that the computer was resurrected when they finally flew the ship out. But the interesting thing was like that that really caused a lot of sort of power grabs in and out of the planet and the city, and it was hard for them because they were expecting it to be green and growing, and so the people were hungry and starving, and there was just like there was a lot of like the sort of uh environmental poverty that these weather conditions were causing, and yeah, that was to do with the key. And the key thing was really interesting. And let's see, the other things about the Rebus situation was that there was a lot of there was a lot of nods to like, I think it was Sabalon glyphs or whatever, and
Yeah,
so like that was also really, they had, so like, yeah, that there was the Jethric and the South and Savalon and like the and Mel, of course, and so really cool. And I like the way that they have challenged the Doctor to overcome this this god with and so that really was, you know, starting the Seventh Doctor towards the Cartmel master plan, was that that the Seventh Doctor was going to actually encounter gods and encounter, you know, people of higher ruling, and able to overcome, break open the darkness that was holding people hostage. And wow, cool stuff to me. And so yeah, and like the the Bad Day in Tinseltown, let's see, I love the Telos and or Mondasian Cybermen voices. That was fun. And then they had like those, and then they had the 80s Cybermen voices too. So like there was both kinds. And then there was like there was the fact that they were calling this stuff tinsel um when they were mining it, and Mel said, oh, it's rhinestones, because she was, you know, she knew of them. This stuff is called rhinestone. So that's actually like a quartzite kind of glass that was found near the Rhine River in Europe, on the continent. And cool stuff and made beautiful dresses out of it. And so like everybody was wearing this stuff. Everybody was wearing the tinsel. Everybody had a touch of the Cybermen. So like everybody was going to get converted once they started their machination. Everybody in the village was going to get converted. And you knew it because what they were wearing, what their environment was, the houses they built, the stages they set, the walkways, the bridges, the buildings, everything had that stuff in it.
And the doctor knew straight away
what it was.
it was Cybermen with the I can't remember the guy's name, but he had two cybernetic arms.
And they looked just like cyber arms.
Straight away, he knew.
Exactly. So go ahead, talk.
Well, I'd like to bring up something what you mentioned. Sablon Glitz was mentioned. How did Mel know about Sablon Glitz? Because in Trial of a Time Lord, she was taken out of time, and then the Doctor took her back. So surely her memories would have gone.
I don't know.
And by this period, she hasn't met Sabalon in Dragonfire yet.
Okay, I don't know.
That was one of the things I thought. Well, how does she remember? Because surely her memory would have gone once she's back into her own time.
Yeah.
Because the Doctor was dropping her back off.
Right.
So that's maybe a bit of a
continuity error.
Yeah, maybe someone out there mostly come up with a good theory.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
So can you generate your own headcanon around it? Like that Mel was actually talking with the Doctor about this guy.
Yeah, but the way she was talking,
yeah,
she remembered him.
Yeah, all right.
I
don't know.
Because she was the one who mentioned him.
Yeah. I know.
And I'm thinking, well, surely once she was taken out of the Matrix, dropped back into her own time, the memories of what happened in the Matrix would have faded.
Yeah. I
don't know. Who knows? Time is a
maybe the Matrix isn't as able to erase somebody's past memories as the Time Lords think it is.
Well,
the Time Lords can fuck up too every so often. I mean, and this is all heading not only to the Carmel master plan, actually, but like into the conversion of all of the Time Lords at the end of the 13th Doctor. So I just think that somewhere
maybe happen. Yeah, there were some good things in both of them. I mean, as a good story is, you always get the Doctor. If it's one companion, split them up. You split them up and lose the TARDIS, which they did do at the bottom of a frozen lake.
Yeah, seriously, that was a really bad parking job.
So, but yeah, I enjoyed it. It was, you say you had the king who was listening to the gods talking to him,
which is just an AI.
An AI, which is very, very similar to the Face of Evil.
Yeah, very.
So that's what I got that feel about it. But yeah, two enjoyable stories. One was slightly better than the other for me personally, but I enjoyed them both. So back to you.
So and the other thing that really that I liked about the bad time in Tinseltown was the the fact that when you look, when you just, you judge by the cover and the cover of the CD and the you know the basically the ambiance, you think, all right, this is a Christmas story because of Tinseltown. But then you get the idea that tinsel is actually
The nickname of the material.
like a mining thing, and I like a good mine me, like the Sixth Doctor mining show with like the Ronnie and stuff. Yeah, like there's a good there was something really good about trying to discover, and the fact that there was like in both situations there's a spaceship that was under the first layer of Earth, and that was forming, like sending out the in one instance AI and the king, and then the other was just all this cyber material,
Yeah.
cyber veins and cyber mites and cyber mats and cyber dogs, and I just think that there's just all sorts of things that they could have with the cyber, especially since like that whole planet was like that whole area of that planet was covered with cyber stuff. And
Yep.
I mean, that's a one way to increase your technological acumen and appointing like decorations and stuff, to just plug into a Cyberman situation. Anyway, I really like it. I like the references on both stories, and I like how they both they both have good action for the Doctor and Mel, and the Doctor and Mel are fun. I mean, I really wish our old friend Ethan were here, because he would talk endlessly about Bonnie Langford, but Bonnie's just a fantastic actress and so fun, and Sylvester McCoy is, you know, he's brilliant. Anyway, so and the writing was good in both stories, really good in both stories, and the directing and stuff was really good. And
Yeah.
I just have nothing bad to say about either story. I enjoy the hell out of the Seventh Doctor on audio. I do. I think that he's touched on really hard subjects, but in this case it was a lot more light and a lot less. I mean, there was a little jeopardy, but it wasn't like he was dealing with Nazis, which is always much better in my humble estimation. But the Seventh Doctor's had to deal with some shit in his run as the Doctor. Anyway, just so glad to have done this. Do you have anything else to add, Lee?
Yeah, as I say, I mentioned it earlier that I think Bad Day in Tinseltown could have done with one more episode. Just as you get into things, it's it's over, and this is why, in my opinion, two-parters always fall short for me. So
Valid.
yeah, I mean, I always think a three-parter is always an odd number anyway. I mean, I always think, oh yeah, a four-parter is an ideal length for a good story, but Bad Day in Tinseltown just needed a little bit more.
Okay.
So, but apart from that, two good adventures, great acting, great soundscapes as normal. So yeah.
Yeah. So what was your since I don't have anything more to add after that fabulous finish, what is your final say and score?
Well, just because of that gripe there, I'm going to give this box set in total
Good.
eight chain and locks, key and locks out of 10.
Cool.
It's not bad, but for me personally, the first story could have been a little bit longer and filled out a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think I'm gonna have to go a little higher than that. I think I'll go up to 9. I enjoyed this a lot. I thought that it was really, really cool and timely that it was dealing with AI. You know, we have opened that kettle of fish, opened that can of worms recently, especially in Geeks Assembled, because we are geeks, and this is super timely. And Chat GPX and the other AIs, the ones that are generating deep fakes and all that other stuff that they're doing. You know, I really think that the only thing that is, you know, that comes into question is whether or not you have the real deal, or you have a human generated response, is the fact that there will be mistakes in it. And I think that is a beautiful thing actually now. And I think that pretty soon it's going to be the disability and mistakes and all these other things, these human foibles, just so it doesn't lend to violence. These things like really will be beautiful things. And that's really why this king who is being talked to by his AI, and the king being just a normal guy, but being an alien, and this his accent being weird and stuff, you know, just, what an interesting story. And so I'm going to give this 9 AIs, or 9, you know, cyber AIs out of 10, because we need human foibles. We need to respect each other's little idiosyncrasies a hell of a lot more now that these things are able to replicate art, speech, writing, music, video games, fashion, eventually everything, like really everything. The AIs, we just need to have a lot of charisma, like the Seventh Doctor, and he does make mistakes, but he does do big battles, and his companions make mistakes, but they're great too. I love Ace, and I think that I love Mel on audio super. I like her in the TV show, but I love her on audio. Yeah, Bonnie Langford. But and the other thing is that I thought that Bonnie Langford would they put her into a dance number in this thing because of the entertainment thing. I thought that was going to happen, but didn't. Anyway, thanks, Lee. If you're watching this on YouTube, oops.
Oh,
you're not watching me. Yeah, you are. There you go. Please like and subscribe. Hit the bell notification button. And join us on the, there we go again. Join us on these podcasts. All you got to do is be 18 or over, camera, microphone, device, and Zoom, and talk to Lee, and let's see, join us on social media. Yeah. And oh, do forgive me, I'm getting cotton mouth. I must sound really strange right now. And please do enjoy Silver and Ice and the Seventh Doctor audios and the audios with Mel. I mean, she's worthy of it in audio. She is so fun in audio. Doesn't scream, doesn't she's clever. I just thought that she would sing and dance in the Tinseltown portion of this. I was so convinced. Oh my god. Anyway. Well, yeah, that's all for us. Please stay tuned this week. We're also reviewing Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. It's a great story about 3 drag queens on a road trip. Anyway, please do have yourself a great Easter, great Passover, great Ramadan, great solstice, great vernal equinox, whatever. All of the above. Enjoy.
Yeah, put Christmas in there as well, because you never know.
Yeah. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.